Hey friends, welcome to my new video of basic programming. Okay, so in last video we seen the printing statement, variable storage and the input method in the Python. So now in this video we are going to see the if and else statement and finding square root under the math module. Okay, so that is the main point of today's video. Okay, so if and else statement is important in any program, in any language. In if and else statement is important. Without that the comparison or many things can't be done in the program. Okay, so that's why the if and else is important in every language. So now in this video I will tell you the concept of if and else statement in Python, the syntaxes for that if and else statement. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so by the name only we understand if and else. Okay, by name only we understand means if is one condition we are applying to our program, else is the second condition. If this not works, then show like this, else show like that. So like for that we use the if and else statement. So now we will see it in depth. Okay, so for example I will take, for example, first we'll print a sentence like enter your marks. Okay, so now I'm going to make a program which will tell the grade the student the grade the student has got in his exam. Okay, so we will print a sentence like enter your marks. After that we will store input, means we need to take the input of number of marks from the user. So that's why we'll store that input in the variable like. Okay, so it is an integer, marks are in form of number, so that's why we will use the integer property bracket in that input bracket open and close. Okay, so this is the main point. A is equal to integer input bracket open and close. Okay, so after that a is equal to, we have stored the input in the variable. So next what we will do is we will start applying the if and else statement in our program. For example, it can be if a means the variable a greater than 100. Okay, so what this syntax says, if the variable, if the number or the marks which are given by the user, if they are greater than 100, means the marks are greater than this 100, then our program will show C grade. Okay, so now instead of greater we will do smaller than. Okay, so now what it is telling, that if the input means the marks are smaller than or less than 100. Okay, semicolon is the semicolon is important here. Okay, instead if we not give the semicolon there, it will show us error. So semicolon is important, and then we'll show. Okay, we will take next. We will take a colon there, and now see, now we will print you got grade A. Okay, so now what this syntax is telling, if the marks are less than 100, then print grade C. Okay, so what it is telling, if the marks are smaller than or less than 100, then print grade C, means show grade C on the output. Simple it is. Okay, after that, well, we will take elif. Elif is also there. If you want to extend the if and else statement, you can also use the elif. Elif a smaller than 200 colon print you got grade B. Okay, see what it is telling. Elif the marks are less than 200, then it will show you got grade B. Okay, and now we will take else. Okay, else means in else statement we need not to apply any syntax or any sentence in the program. Okay, else means simply we need to print. Else print grade A. Simple it is. Okay, see now what it is telling. If the marks are less than 100, then print or show the message as you got grade C. If the marks are less than 200, then show grade B. Else print grade A. Else means what? If the marks are greater than 200, then print grade A. Else, that is else. Okay, so now let's see. Now let's run it. Now you'll see it will ask us enter your marks. So I will enter my marks as 400. See, grade A. Okay, we will modify it little. We will take you got grade A. Okay, now let's run it. Now see, I will enter 98. See, you got grade C. Okay, so now you got. Now again we will run and we'll take 150. You got grade B. Okay, so this is useful in the schools for calculating the grade of exams. So we can use it in school. This program we can use it in school for calculating grade. It will make the work easy for calculating the grades. Okay, so that was the if and else statement in Python. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to take math module. So math module means it is one package. It contains many operations, many mathematical operations in it. Okay, so for that first we need to import the math module. We need to import math module. So we will write import math. After that we will print. For example, now I want to find square root. So that's why print enter number for finding the square root. Okay, so done. Now as the user will enter a number for finding square root, we need to store input in the variable. For example, I will take a is equal to integer. It is a integer. As it is a number, we will take integer input C. Done. Okay, then again we will store the mathematical operation in one variable, like b is equal to math dot sqrt. Sqrt means square root, simply square root. Okay, math dot square root, then brackets, in that we will write a. Okay, means what it will do is it will find this math dot square root, this statement will find the square root of the variable, find the square root of the number which you have entered in the input for the input. So that square root, it will be executed. Now we will print one statement like square root is comma and b. So now it will show the square root. Okay, let's run it. And if I enter 64, your square root is 8.0. Okay, so now we can modify it. You can see 8.0 now here. So we will remove that 0.0. Instead of that, we will take, instead of what we are going to do is, first we will write integer c and close it, and we will close it c. Now as we have added the integer property, so now that 0.0, that will not come in our output. Now for example, enter number for finding square root. I will enter 81. See, your square root is 9. That 0.0 is not there now because we added integer here. Okay, so now we will make this program little advanced. Okay, so what we will do is, we will do print enter your number for finding square root. Okay, and then we will store the input. A is equal to integer input bracket close. Then we will use the math module. So that will be integer math dot sqrt bracket close. And then what we will do is, now again we will do print, and now here only we will add square root option, the square option. So then in one only line, both of the both the square root and square will be executed. Okay, so for that we will take enter number for finding square. Okay, so done. Then we'll store it. C is equal to integer input, and after that we will store one more operation in variable d, that will be c multiplied by c. Now we will print your square and square root is comma. First we'll print d, again comma, and then b. Okay, now let's run it. Now see, enter your number for finding square root. Let's enter 81. Oh, see, it's okay. See, okay, see. what mistake happened? In this bracket we not mentioned A, so that was the error. It was showing in the output, but now it will not show. Enter your number for finding square 81. For square 22, see, 484 is the square and 9 is the square root. Got it? Okay, so in math module another operation will take, that is GCD. So that print statement will be same, only enter your number for finding GCD, close, then A is equal to integer, input, then B is equal to math dot GCD, math dot GCD in bracket A. We will take integer property. Okay, so done. Then we will print your GCD is GCD is B. Done. Now let's run it. Enter your number for finding GCD. Let's enter 2. GCD is 2. Now what happened is, in GCD there are 2 numbers for comparing. So let's take one more, print, enter second number for finding GCD. Again we will store it in input, like C is equal to integer, input, done. And now just A and command C, done. Now let's run it. I will take 4, I will take 8. Here GCD is 4. Okay, so this was the program. So I hope you understood. So thank you for watching. Bye.